Hello everyone. In the last session, we have seen initial fixed arrays, first we have seen the 4-state data type, which is a logic data type, 2-state data types, then fixed size array, the declaration of the fixed size array, how we can declare the fixed size arrays, then the compact declaration. So this can be declared as, instead of 0 to 7 and 0 to 3, it can be declared as 8 and 4. And how we can set any of the element. Then what is unpacked array, how the unpacked array is declared. For example, if this is the case, then B unpacked 3 is given as B array of 0, B array of 1, B array of 2. Then this unpacked array uses the last part of the entire word. Since it is 0 to 7, last 8 bits are used, and this remains the unused space into the unpacked array declaration. And how we can declare the array literals. For example, the initialization of the array can be done like this with the first of and in the curly braces. If you write 0, 1, 2, 3 respectively, all 4 elements are assigned with these values. And how you can initialize to the same value, then to a particular value, everything we have seen. And if it is a 2-dimensional array, how it can be initialized. Then we have seen what is the difference between for and for each. The for each, if you give like this, it steps through all the elements of that particular array, and whichever are the statements, accordingly it performs the operation. So next we have seen the example of for each for the multidimensional array. We have displayed the values with the initial values. Next, the values are changed, and also we have displayed those values. Now we will see what are the basic array operation with respect to copy and compare. So copy and compare, we know as usual, copy is for copying and compare is for comparing of the two arrays. The declaration here is bit 31 is to 0, source is array, and destination SRC and DST are arrays, and they have the initial values of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for source and destination. See, the statement is if source is equal to DST, then we display it as SRC equal to DST. It is just comparing. Else, display it as SRC not equal to DST. It is in double quotes, so display will display the statement as it is. Then what is done? The SRC values are assigned to the DST. And also change just one element. SRC of 0 is equal to 5. Then what is done? Display SRC percentage S DST. See, this is the conditional operator. If this condition is true, then this will be transferred over here. If this condition is false, then this will be displayed over here. So $display as per the condition of SRC is equal to DST. Accordingly, you will have double equal to or not equal to at this place. Now, how to test only the 4 elements? So for that, display SRC 1 is to 4 percentage as DST 1 is to 4. So what we are doing here is only 1 is to from first element to the fourth element elements are compared. So if they are same, then make it as equal to. If they are not same, then make it as not equal to. So this is how copy and compare operations are performed in the system Verilog. So next we have the packed arrays. Unpacked array we have seen. So when we use the unpacked array, there is a lots of unused space. But what is packed array? For some data types, we may want to access the entire value and also divide it into the smaller elements. Then we go for the packed array. Now what is it? We will understand this with the example. How it is declared first. See, bit 3 is to 0, 7 is to 0 bytes. So this bytes is nothing but it is the name of the array. Name of the packed array. See, it is 4 bytes packed into 32 bits. Now what do you mean by this declaration? Bit 3 is to 0, 7 is to 0 bytes. In the sense, it has this bytes has 4 slots because it is 3 is to 0. So this is a 0th slot, first, second and third slot. Now each of the memory contains how many bits? It is 0 to 7 means 8 bits. So in everything we have 8 bits like this. So this is how the packed array is declared. So these are 3 is to 0 is this and 7 is to 0 is each will contain 8 bit. And what is the name of the packed array? The name of the packed array is bytes. Therefore it is given in the comment as 4 bytes packed into 32 bits. So these are the 4 bytes packed into 32 bits. Now what is initialized? Bytes is equal to, bytes is a name of the array. So it is initialized with 32 hash H hexadecimal DEAD underscore BEEF. So this is what is the initialization. Then there is a display statement. So directly when you use the display, bytes is displayed, whatever is there in the bytes, or show all 32 bits that is displayed. Then bytes of 3. So bytes of 3 in the sense, most significant byte, which is a bytes of 3, this is a bytes of 3. So whatever is there in 3, that will be displayed. So next is bytes of 3, 7. So this is the third, and in third, which is the 7th one, so the last bit will be the 7th one. So whatever is this value, that will be displayed. That is most significant bit 1. See here, bytes of, this is bytes of 3. So this is bytes of 1, 6. Now what is bytes of 1, 6? This is 0th, this is the first one, and this is the 6th element. So if you want to refer it as bytes of 1, 6, 1 will give you, 1 indicates this part. In this one, there is a 6th element. This is how packed arrays are referenced. Now declaration for mixed packed and unpacked array. See how is the declaration now. What is declared here? Bit 3 is to 0, 7 is to 0, B array of 3. It means that B array has 4 different memory elements, and each memory element has 7 bits. So this is 0 to 7, in the sense 8 bits, that is 0 to 7. So again 0 to 7, this is also 0 to 7, and this is also 0 to 7. So apart from only here, see in this example, there is nothing, no array element mentioned with respect to bytes. Whereas here we have the mentioned array elements as 3. B array has 3 different elements. It means that it is B array of 0, B array of 1 and B array of 2. See, look here, B array of 0 has so much, B array of 1 has so much, and B array of 2 has so much. See, this is 0, 1, 2, that is 3, and bit 3 is to 0 in the sense 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 different elements, and each element contains 8 bits. See, this is 0 to 7, 0 to 7, 0 to 7 and 0 to 7. Now, B array of 0. What is B array of 0? B array of 0 is this entire thing. This is initialized with 32 hash A 0123 underscore 4567. Now, B array of 03. What is this B array of 03? B array of 0 is this. B array of 03 is this part. 0 is this entire thing. In that third one is this part. 0th one, first one, second one and third one. B array of 03 is assigned with the value, hexadecimal value of 01. Similarly, B array of 016. Now B array of 0 is this entire thing. What is 1? 1 is this one. This is 0. This is first, second and third. This is 1. And in that one, sixth element. So now this is initialized with a binary value of 1. So this is how we initialize or we reference the packed arrays. So now coming to the dynamic arrays. What are the dynamic arrays? See, till now we have studied the fixed size array. So in the fixed size array, the size of the array is already known. If you do not know the size of the array, then what next? System Verilog provides a dynamic array that can be allocated and resized during the simulation. See, this dynamic array is declared with the empty braces. Dynamic array. So this dynamic array is declared with the empty braces. When we say it is empty, then it is the dynamic array. So as array is initially empty, so new constructor. So new is a constructor that is used to allocate the space with respect to the dynamic array. So let us look at the example of the dynamic array. So this is the example of the dynamic array. What is the declaration in the first line? In the first line we have integer declaration with the two dynamic arrays dyn and d2. See, dyn is also with the empty braces and d2 is also with the empty braces. So this empty square brackets indicate that they are the dynamic arrays. So next we have initial begin. Just I will read everything in the first go. Dynamic dyn is a dynamic array. So I told you new has to be used to allocate the element. Since it is empty, we have to use the constructor new into the System Verilog. So new 5 elements are allocated. Then we are using for each dynamic dyn of j, and we are initializing the value of j to the entire array of dyn. Then dyn will be assigned to the d2. Then d2 of 0 is equal to 5. That is first element of d2. Then we are displaying all these things. So let us analyze once again. Int dyn and d2. Since these are with the empty braces, means that they are dynamic arrays. Initial begin dyn is equal to new of 5. So since it is a dynamic array, we have to use the new construct to declare or to allocate the elements. Here 5 elements are allocated. I told you for each. What does the for each do? For each steps through all the elements of the array. Say here which array, what is the name of the array? Name of the array is dyn and j is the indexing variable. So it steps through all the elements. So in the next statement we have whatever is the value of j, that is assigned to the dyn of j. Then the next step is d2 is equal to dyn. So in the dyn we have all the values and all those values are assigned to d2. See, d2 is also a dynamic array. See, all these dyn elements are assigned to d2. So next is d2 of 0 is equal to 5. We are changing the value of d2. So the first element of the d2 we are assigning as 5. Next is we have to check $display. We are displaying dyn of 0 and d2 of 0. What is dyn of 0? Dyn of 0, as it was here, all the j values are assigned with respect to dyn. So dyn of 0 initially will be is equal to 0 because j will be 0. Similarly dyn of 1 is 1, j will be 1. Dyn of 2 will be 2 and so on. So in the next step we are assigning all the values of dyn to d2 and d2 of 0. is initialized with the value of 5. Next, we are displaying what is dyn of 0 and d2 of 0. What is dyn of 0? It is 0. And what is d2 of 0? It is 5. See both the values, you will get 0 and 5. So next is dyn is equal to new 20 dyn. Now what do you mean by this? This statement allocates 20 new elements and copies the existing 5 elements of dyn to the beginning of the array. It allocates new 20 elements, but dyn is already existing. So how many elements are existing? 5 elements are existing. All these 5 elements are copied at the beginning of the array. Then the old 5 element array is deallocated. The result is that dyn points to a 20 elements array. So this will be deallocated. Now dyn is pointing to the 20 element array. See here, 20 elements are allocated and dyn whichever was there before, all those 5 elements are copied from the beginning of the array and the previous one is deallocated. Now the new dyn will have 20 elements. So this is how this can be used. Next is dyn is equal to new of 100. See, this allocates 100 elements, but the existing values are not copied. See here, there is no dyn present here. Therefore, dyn allocates only the 100 elements, but the existing values are not copied. The old 20 element array is deallocated. So this is how we can use. These are the various ways of using the dynamic array. And the last one, dyn dot delete. As the name itself indicates, deletes all the elements of the array. So this is how the dynamic arrays can be used. That's it.